Deep fakes will make it impossible to tell what's real. Deep fakes are typically created using AI assistants along with existing footage of people. While there are some ways to detect them now, it's unlikely that they'll improve as time goes by. As reported by the New York Times, media companies are already preparing to create tools that try and detect deepfakes before they do too much damage. But the clock is already ticking on the first deepfake video that will make headlines across the world. Absolutely. I don't know if there's any fail-safe technology that might override a simple alibi or something, but definitely freaky. You gotta wonder if there's gonna be any laws put in place with the use of deep fake technology, just based on how much people could use it to cause irreversible harm. My goodness, you could just put somebody's face in another person's body, potentially in some compromising positions, which I think is the major use for it right now. But definitely as politics gets more and more on the internet, I mean, how can it be more on the internet than it is right now? But boy, we could see some very famous faces in some very questionable situations and not really know what to think of it. Although it does take a very powerful computer, and of course all the powerful computers on Earth right now are being used to mine crypto, so we'll see which one has the higher profit margin. That's the one that'll win out. The internet may break apart. Well, I mean, come on, Kim K already did it, guys. Kim K broke the internet. Don't you remember, guys? Come on. Dubbed by experts as the Splinternet, or the Internet Cold War, it's reaching a point where a global internet becomes a problem for countries who can't get along with each other offline either. The Splinternet will be multiple concurrent internets that aren't connected but are separated based on regions or ideologies or any other things. Russia is already in the process of launching their own separate internet, according to PC Magazine. North Korea is believed to have one for several years, and China has a de facto isolated internet thanks to the so-called Great Firewall, which blocks access to anything the Chinese government deems to be a problem. Wow. Yeah, and I thought the people that had access to the same internet but were getting different ideas was an issue. But if we have multiple internets, then we're probably going to end up living in different realities. So much for globalism. Everybody is going to believe what they're reading online in that moment, probably uncritically too. I feel like most people are very uncritical with the information they're presented, which is fascinating and terrifying. I feel like we already have that kind of splinternet going down, right? Different people on Twitter following different people and getting their information down different pathways, and then kind of just falling down a rabbit hole, and then that's where they are, right? People on the right, people on the left. Everybody has found a community, but also a very isolated, aggressive, combative community against all the other communities. So to add in the ability to totally separate entire countries will only worsen and embolden the least good of all of us. Oh boy. Hello everybody and welcome back to Top 10 Central Dark, your place for all things horror. I'm your host Keegan Hughes, and these are the top 10 scary 2021 predictions that have come true. I don't know if they've all come true, but they're in some way true, or becoming true, or could be true very soon. You let me know if any of these ring true already, please and thank you. Let's get into it. Killer robots are coming. Oh. Humans need things like food and sleep and can generally only control a single vehicle at a time. This can be surpassed by the use of LAWs, lethal autonomous weapons. Wait, what? Food and sleep and controlling a single vehicle at one time can be subverted by bringing in deadly robots, lethal autonomous weapons, as reported by Vox. Laws are like drones but are completely piloted by AI and require no human intervention. More important is the L in the name, lethal. Lethal autonomous weapons are authorized to kill without human oversight. Are you sure? Are you sure? Is it what are they double O's now? Did James Bond get passed up for a drone? Do the drones drink martinis? I gotta know. I understand, we have AI piloting things without human oversight. There are, self-driving cars. There are drones that can fly around without people piloting them. There are the Boston Dynamics robot dogs that are being integrated into police forces. But Like, are we sure that these things just like can take over the world and they have the authority to do so? Like, did we give them that authority to just kill people? Like, we're just like, yeah, you know, if it kills somebody, it's no bad. You know what? Maybe it's true. I feel like self-driving cars have caused some deaths so far, and really nobody's answered for it. So maybe it is true. Maybe not in the way that like a government has stepped up and said, yes, these robots can kill people. Good luck. It's more like technology and big companies with lots of money have come together and said, oopsie whoopsie, we made a killing people machine, but we didn't mean to, sorry. A solar storm. Nostradamus predicts that a large solar storm will hit the Earth in 2021 and cause massive damage and destruction. He said the sea level will rise, causing the Earth to drop below sea level. At the same time, he also believes that disasters will spread across the world, there will be large-scale migrations, and people will kill each other in order to grab the remaining natural resources. Eventually, war will break out. So let's go through this bit by bit here. So the solar storm, I'm not so sure what a solar storm is. It's to do with the solar system, it's to do with the cosmos. He said the sea level will rise, causing the Earth to drop below sea level. That's already happened. We're there. Like, people are giving up their waterfront properties because soon they're going to be flooded and crappy. We're there. It's happening. At the same time, he believes disasters will spread across the world. I mean, we can probably count where we're at right now as a disaster, right? And there probably will be more, let's be honest. Large-scale migrations, true, happened in the last 5 years. People will be killing each other in order to grab the remaining natural resources. True, toilet paper. Eventually, war will break out. We'll see. We're getting there. 2009 KF1. Nostradamus asserted that the Earth will be hit by a comet in 2021 and cause a series of natural disasters. Is a comet the same as a solar storm, or is this something else? Let's move on. People will see a long string of sparks and flames in the sky. In fact, it may be true. Oh my god. Oh my god. National airlines. See, this NASA asteroid 2009 KF1 probably killing the Earth. Forecast May 6, 20. Oh, that was yesterday. Oh boy. But no, in the news right now, we've seen this, right? The Chinese government launched a rocket, but also with the rocket went one of like the structures supporting the rocket, right? So somewhere over the next weekend, this thing is going to drop from orbit. It's like a 2-story structure. It's going to drop from orbit and land somewhere, and nobody knows where. Maybe this is that, because we haven't seen this comet. It hasn't touched down yet, but this, as it enters the atmosphere, it's going to spray sparks. You know, it's going to start breaking down. I think we're uh-oh. Coronavirus. That was a prediction? The great plague of the maritime city. It will not cease until death is avenged. Of just blood condemned for a price without crime, Nostradamus wrote. And even though Wuhan isn't a maritime city at all, scientists found that COVID-19 started and was spread in the city's seafood market. It was a wet market, yeah? Interesting. I mean, this happened last year. Didn't it happen like literally like at the end of 2019? So I don't know if this is a 2021 prediction that came true. Questionable on this one. Chip implants. Some conspiracy theorists believe that the COVID-19 vaccine will also include a microchip that could enforce body control for human beings. There is no evidence to this. Elon Musk has already developed the Neuralink, a chip intended to cure neurological diseases. Didn't he actually invent that to like make a monkey play video games and then make some memes about it? I feel like that's Elon Musk's actual goal. He doesn't like actually want to help anybody. He just wants to make a bunch of memes, which you go, man. But do you need billions of dollars for that? Maybe not. Maybe just give some hospitals some money instead of spending money on your meme chip. The big war. Nostradamus also predicted that a big war would tear apart an Occidental giant. And while that hasn't happened in terms of an actual war, there has been an ongoing economical war between China and the US. Also, China has already beaten, that's in brackets there, I don't know, the COVID-19 pandemic, and their economy continues to rise, while the US is still struggling to contain the spread. Interesting. I don't want to say too much on this one, just because I'm not an economist, I'm not a political scientist, but I mean, you know, COVID did start in China, but then they shut everything down pretty quick over there, unlike some Western countries that I may or may not live beside and in. But like they shut it down like hardcore. It wasn't like a soft lockdown. It was like a lockdown. You know what I mean? And people at the time were like, "Brr, human rights. China has, you know, crushed their people under the foot of COVID and made them stay home." But then it was done for them, you know? Also, I mean, conspiracy theory, China is very careful with what they present to the world, right? It's quite possible that they say that they have no new cases and it might not be entirely true. So we'll see how this develops over time. A preliminary 5.8 magnitude earthquake shook the eastern part of Central California, according to the USGS. What is that? The United States Geological Society? Residents across Central California reported feeling the quake, as did people in some parts of Northern and Southern California. Waves were felt in the Los Angeles basin, 200 miles away from the epicenter. Yeah, I mean, I think quakes are relatively common over there. That doesn't seem like a really crazy one. I guess we can count that as a natural disaster. More like a natural happening, I think. Maybe a natural perchancement. A thing that occurred that was natural. Maybe not a disaster. Capitol Hill. Oh yeah. In the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror XXXI, I don't know my Roman numerals. It's US Election Day in 2020 and Homer sleeps right through it. We're then shown Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2021, and full-on chaos has ensued. Yep, this one was interesting. I feel like that was like a lifetime ago, you know? Like, I feel like so much has happened since, and like, I don't even know. January, man. But yeah, like they were interestingly prescient in predicting some sort of riotous behavior leading up to Inauguration Day, post-election. Yeah, The Simpsons, you know, they write everything, right? They just write so many scenarios and cover so many topics. Of course the US was going to descend into violence because of the result of a highly contentious election. Like, fantastic prediction. Mwah! 10 out of 10. And that's the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you stick around for some bloopers because I was all over the map today. Let me know if you have any other scary 2021 predictions that came true. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hello everybody and welcome back to Top 10 Central Dark. Top 10... What channel is this? Oh my god. Top 10 Central Dark. Let's get on to our list. Our list? It's not a list. Apparently, I yawn a lot during Central Dark videos. I don't know what it is. Just reading writing that isn't mine. It's just not that interesting. Oh. Lethal out of... I understand, like, yes, we have, like, AI piloting things without human oversight. God damn it. Wake up. I got my PC.